These are some of the most disturbing Reddit confessions that reveal dark secrets and regrets. I stood by and allowed my wife to almost kill our son. My son's very troubled, like the boy in We Need to Talk About Kevin, but without any mask. His insanity showed to everyone. Born in spring 1971, planned and loved, he cried nonstop for 13 months. Hoarse even in sleep. Doctors, diets, toys, nothing helped. Past infancy, he never smiled genuinely, only grinned viciously at pain or rule breaking. He destroyed everything, smashed toys, shat and pissed in hidden spots, grinding it into carpets. At age 2.5, it was biological warfare. Later in our bed or hallway. He bit, kicked, scratched, and spat. Kicked out of schools twice before 9, then segregated. We locked the kitchen after knife thefts. At 10, he stabbed my hip and ass. Scars remain. Later, he set fires, tortured animals, blinded a stray dog with a barbecue fork, lit cats' tails on fire. Therapy twice weekly, countless meds, nothing worked. He was pure hate. At 16, my wife got pregnant unexpectedly. Horror, not joy. Abortion access was limited. She refused to have one. We decided to have the baby, and our daughter was born. She laughed, nursed gently, and slept through the nights at 4 months. Relief was indescribable. We instinctively focused on her. Her son became the background. Wrong, but she was magic. He ramped up at 17. Daily screaming matches. I'd fight, he'd storm out. Relief. Wife screamed at him from rooms, locks everywhere, thick doors, keys on us. We locked ourselves in for safety. He roamed free. That day, post morning fight, he raged out. Wife and I relaxed in the kitchen. Daughter napped, locked in the bedroom. Her cry pierced, pure terror. We raced, key fumbling. He'd climbed over the bungalow window, stood over the crib with a stolen steak knife. 2 cuts already. Belly, arm, blood ran. He teased her face with a blade, grinning. I lunged instinctively. My wife was faster. She bashed the knife away and shoved him into the wall. I grabbed my daughter. My wife shielded. She shook. The room reeked. Son's eyes, blank, alien. She stepped close and punched his face. My wife was an ex-amateur boxer, 130 muscled pounds. Could flatten me. The first hit snapped head back. Nose gushed. He gasped in shock. She hit him again. Body, head, body, head. He screamed genuinely. Begged. She ramped up. Slipped his swings. Trained autopilot. I watched for a minute, then turned and took my daughter to the kitchen. Bathed her in the sink. 3rd cut on the foot sole. All superficial. Polysporin. Band-aids. Held till calm. Bedroom. His screams and vile threats. Then, silence. But thuds continued. Daughter slept. I waited. Wife emerged, hands swollen. Blood splattered. Heaving. Is he dead? I fucking hope so. I nodded. She showered crying. I held my daughter. He lived. Bedroom horror. Floor rolling in vomit blood pool. Nose flattened, eyes swollen shut, fingers bent, pants pissed, teeth likely gone. She'd beaten everywhere. Groin kicked till tired, post knockout. No cops or ambulance. Moved to the basement in-law suite. Kitchenette, bath, entrance. Seated upstairs. Food stocked weeks. Ignored him. Heard upstairs shuffling, smashing. No approach. After 3 weeks of silence. Checked. Demolished. Smeared shit and food. Holes. Extinguisher mess. He'd vanished. Months repaired. Lived fearing return. Moved after 3 years. Safe. My wife died in 2016 from cancer. Now 70, with daughter, son-in-law, and 2 granddaughters. Therapy monthly. No son contact 30 plus years. Don't want. Guilt lingers. Allowed beating. Happy. Hoped he'd die or reform. If rabid dog remained, hoped someone's ended him. Just not hurting others. This confession shows deep regret over inaction. This next one reveals a different kind of guilt. I am responsible for the deaths of several people. Around 4 years ago, I vended on the dark net, a short-lived hustle from laziness, dodging 9 to 5, plotting drug profits to launch my business. Years of using myself dragged me into dealing networks. Yet anxiety made parking lot drops hell. Home address a no-go. Silk Road tales. Ross Ulbricht's capture hooked me deep. Obsessed with OPSEC drills. Primed to flick connects into my store. Months honed. Kicked off with ketamine, meth, dirt cheap buddy-grown outdoor weed. Solid run built $25,000 buffer. Exit scam nick couple grand. Sting not fatal like for wrecked vendors. Breakthrough. Weekly local connects stocked everything imaginable. Mescaline, LSD, mushrooms, PCP, and fentanyl included. Fent era then meant straight dosing, not routine heroin spike. Pure plays persisted. Excel ruled. Customer names, zips, orders, gram tallies, precise. Super white powdered mescaline echoed fentanyl's powdery match flawlessly. Disaster brewed. My screw-up sheet glitch swapped 7 mescaline baggies for fentanyl death dust, shipped unaware. Dark clouds veiled the error days long. Day 5, dire message hits. Buyer's friend OD'd on mescaline. Brushed as crap, scrambled to logs, weighed holdover. 11 grams mescaline surplus screamed reality. How eluded still, blasted high. Market panel probe, no finalizations, that cursed batch. Sender among ghosts. Last log installed 3 days plus min, most too flat. Vendor shop nuked instant, truth crushed. I slaughtered innocence. I dumped every scrap. Bitcoin cashed out clean. Vanished to Dream City far off. Week sealed silent. Scored restaurant grind. Drugs are dead to me since the underworld severed cold. Torment grips nightly. Names hoarded. Googled frantic dazed post. 4 customers confirmed corpses. 1 shared dose with buddy, double room. No souls to unburden. Words choke anyway. Days drone sober. Punch clock in, out. Hermit home to video game numb. Old shadows scattered. Hollow shell lingers. Unfixable. Therapist dare. Air unworthy. Life mimicry. Fog thick. The spill chases faint peace. This confession carries out heavy guilt over lives lost. The next one involves family betrayal and heartbreak. I caught my mom, who I thought was an angel, having an affair on my dad. I grew up adoring my mother, protective, kind, beautiful, successful, smart. I strove to be like her, but in the past 3 days I've come to despise her core. Selfish, manipulative, two-faced, bad. Tough after 25 years of love. Parents reveal themselves when you're an adult. Long story, but needed off my chest. Parents late 50s. Dad successful business owner. Great father. Better husband than she deserves. Together since high school sophomore year, when she pulled a girl from his Jeep. Took her spot. He's passive, she's aggressive. Honey-do list done. Wants met. We shat on him for being whipped. At 13, $90,000 debt for her big house. Mercedes, vacations, restaurants they couldn't afford. Only stand. His 3 deer hunts yearly. She bitched. Always center of his life. 4 years ago, pre my wedding, Mom suggested a motorcycle trip. Dad, me, fiance, her old coworker James. Weird vibe. Tall, handsome, rich. James photographing Mom Dad creepily. Nothing then, but Mom acted strange after. Dad and older sister noticed. Sister lived with parents post-grad school. Divorce. Weeks post-trip. Incubus concert. Mom, sister, fiance, me. Mom weird. Pot. Beers. Vanished for beer hour. I searched for 45 minutes. My sister rolled eyes. Probably calling James. Bomb. She, dad suspect affair. Sketchy. New passwords. Whisper calls. Rock jar on phone. Dad glimpse pre-changed texts. Cryptic. Mom returned beerless. Old job friends. Bullshit. Incubus for 50 plus. Names. Stuttered fakes. Livid. Crush for dad. Ignored till the next day. Sister told dad. He checked history. 45 minutes James called during concert. Many others. She, just a friend helping with X issues. Month sketch. Wedding time. Dad tracked car. Call logs. PI'd. Danced with her adoringly. Couldn't look back. A month post-wedding. Kayaking at a college roommate's near grandparents' lake house. Grabbed a kayak. Dad called. Warned. She claimed girlfriends were there. No heads up. Saw her car. Girly one. Called dad clear. Knocked silent door. Patio unlocked. James's leather jacket, bar stool, and bike garage. Heart pounded. Pictured phones. Unlocked strangers kissing pics. Mom, James, other couple. Snapped evidence. Fled. Context. At 7, she left dad for the doctor. Begged back. Blamed rape, drugs. Dad took kids. Forgave them later. Peeled out. Called little sister. Tell dad. Then wife. Blurted to dad. James here. Proof she's cheating. Shock. No fucking way. God damn it. Apologized I saw. Drove 3 hours with uncle. Planned. Incognito trucks. Dark woods. Stalk. Binoculars. Patio cuddling, kissing wine with a couple. Photos. Left smartly. Morning. Cleared accounts. Texted pics. I know everything. Leaving. Getaway ruined. Nightmare year. Caught red-handed. Dad wanted peace with James. She dropped him. Begged back. Alimony for no lawyer divorce. Agreed. Cried year. Antidepressants. Spiral dragged us. Lies surfaced. Blamed dad's twin for stealing on hunts. Manipulated as a victim. Battered wife BS. Family shunned. We bore the brunt. Dad frat boy. Bumblebangs. 30s, 40s. Hunts. Harleys. Deserved post 30 years control. Cheats. Pregnancy joy was overshadowed. 10 months of meltdowns. Upon grandchild for reconciliation. Blood boiled. Dad caved. Sold house. Townhome now. She dominates again. Bosses her shy wife on daughter. Guilt trips her visits. No love in my voice. Call bullshit. Older sister minimal talk. Daughter obsessed. Mixed fury joy. Doesn't deserve dad's forgiveness. Twice cheated. Thankful realization late. Trust good women now. This confession shows the pain of family betrayal and exposure. The next one involves violence and fear. I was violently attacked by the man I just signed my lease with last night. Yesterday started out normally. My boyfriend came home from running errands. I decided to take an edible after he got home. I usually take an edible and we'd watch shitty YouTube videos or play Fortnite. I was in a good mood because I start a new job tomorrow. I wanted to spend one more weekend high and enjoying life before the misery of a fast food job. I'd lay down in bed right as the edible kicked in. I was watching memes on my phone. My boyfriend made a few offhanded comments about wanting to have sex. It was in a joking tone. I thought he was just giving me a hard time or trying to be funny. I was watching a video. He stopped me and asked if he could say something mean. I asked if he was serious or if he meant a playful jab. He said yes. It was completely serious. I asked if it was mean enough to make me cry. He said, "Probably." I thought about it. I was still under the impression he was just being a jackass. I said, "Sure." He got as close to my face as he could, lowered his voice and told me, "Bitch, you haven't had a job for this long. The least you could do is suck my fucking dick. So come here." I haven't had a job for just over a month. My job fired me after I had a mental health crisis, and I called in. I felt my whole body leave in horror. I stared at my phone screen for a long time. All of a sudden, he was back and fucking with my phone. He was chewing at the top of my phone screen. Told him to quit because you're going to break my fucking screen protector and then I'm going to be pissed. He grabbed my phone and threw it onto the headboard. He grabbed me and pulled me on top of him. He proceeded to grind his erection against my groin. I could not do anything but go limp from his chest. I hoped he would give up and leave me alone. He got pissed off that I wasn't into it. He asked if I was on my period. I responded no. He asked if I just didn't want it. I said, "Not right now." He angrily sighed and shoved me aside. He told me he was going to masturbate instead. I told him that was fine. When I finally thought he had cooled down, I laid next to him and put my hand on his chest. He asked me what I wanted. I didn't say anything because I was still trying to process what happened. He grabbed my face and started making out with me. He shoved his tongue into my mouth so far that I gagged. He forced me on top of him again and started grinding against me a second time. The entire experience was going further than me faking enjoying having sex because I don't want him to hurt me. But he hurt me anyway. He bit my neck hard enough for me to wake up with bruises this morning. He bit one of my nipples so hard I screamed ow. He just laughed about it. When we got into a 69 position, he intentionally grabbed my head and forced his dick into my mouth until I almost threw up. The entire interaction lasted maybe an hour before he finally came. There was no aftercare. He just threw a towel at me and hit my ass hard enough to leave a raised welt on the surface. I had to take myself to the bathroom and clean myself up. I put myself to bed after it happened. I just prayed I would fall asleep by the time he decided to quit playing video games with his friends. Why did this have to happen to me? This confession shows pain and coercion from violence. The last one reveals a different kind of personal regret. I don't love my 8-year-old son. I regret having a child. When I first had my son, I was 20. I didn't expect a pregnancy. I thought it would be amazing. I was excited to be a mother and raise my son. I imagined having kids would be sunshine and rainbows. I never expected my own child would physically abuse me. My relationship ended, but we co-parent. My husband's also a role model in his life. The aggression started from a young age. Biting, hair pulling, grabbing. That felt normal at first, but it never stopped. He has thrown his hairbrush at my face. He's hit my face and the back of my head with his iPad. He's bitten me hard enough to break skin. He's scratched me, leaving red marks that last for days. He's yanked my hair so hard that strands come out. Sometimes I'm just sitting and relaxing after a long day. He comes over just to kick me in the legs or try to strangle me with his small hands around my neck. I'm so fed up, I don't know what caused this aggression. I've never laid a hand on him, neither has his father. We try not to yell. We speak calmly even when we're frustrated. We've been to multiple therapists. We follow every recommendation. We do so much research online and in books. Nothing changes his behavior towards me. His father told me he has none of these behaviors with him. He's an angel when he's with his dad. He's never gotten into trouble at school or at a friend's house. Teachers say he's polite and well behaved. He only behaves like this to me. I have no idea why. I didn't do anything to him. I've never hurt him or treated him badly. Yet I am the only target. I dread coming home from work. I dread having to spend time with him. The worst part is I cannot tell anyone. They'll say he's just a kid, it's not his fault. Or all kids go through phases. They'll make me seem like a horrible person. It's like I'm not a person anymore. I just have to take it. I have to smile and pretend everything's fine while my whole body aches from bruises. I feel miserable and horribly depressed. I'm scared for the future. What if he gets older and can overpower me? He's once poked my eye so hard it was swollen for days and red. He's yanked my eyelashes out one by one. I'm scared of him. I've tried to love him, but I cannot. I know I sound awful for saying that, but I just can't take it. I want to abandon him sometimes. I want to walk away and never come back. When I prepare food, he throws it at me or on the floor. He's peed on my bed and my clothes on purpose. He's destroyed my things. He's dropped my phone in the toilet and tried flushing it. I've tried grounding. I've done everything professionals have suggested. He'll just not stop. I'm stuck with this forever. I cannot escape this hell. My marriage is suffering because my son causes me so much mental distress. I don't feel safe in my own home. I live in fear every day. I hate my son. These secrets show how heavy secrets can weigh on people, often leading to guilt, isolation, or ruined lives. Whether about betrayal, negligence, or hidden crimes, they remind us that everyone carries something private and painful. If any of these hit close to home, talking to someone can help. Thanks for listening all the way through. Drop a like if it was unsettling. Comment which one disturbed you the most. And subscribe for more real confessions. See you next time. Stay safe.